Yeah. Okay, it's moving.
All right, it's working.
Hey, everyone.
Hello, this is Whitney.
This is Amy.
And we are
On the Haunt. We almost didn't make it to record because, true story, we got lost in a corn maze today.
Oh my God, we did.
So
the whole way
embarrassing.
home, too, Rory was like, I got us out of that corn maze, didn't I? I'm like, yeah, you did, babe. Because
Yes.
she kind of did.
Yeah, she did.
Because we couldn't. We get really confident, too, in our abilities. We went to a pumpkin patch day today.
Yes.
If you couldn't tell by the corn maze.
And when she saw the exit, she was just like jumping up and down. It was great.
It was the worst corn maze experience
Except
I've ever
it wasn't
had.
the exit, it was the entrance.
It was the entrance.
We just had to retrace our steps.
Oh my God.
It
was
bad.
not fun.
It was not fun.
We're not good at corn mazes.
No.
Obviously.
But,
Well, what's up with you, Amy?
oh, you know. I was already kind of sad last time we were on here talking about how I'm getting ready to turn 45. And so I was like, oh, I'm so old. And I went yesterday and got an eye exam. And I have a cataract.
Oh.
And I got a prescription for some bifocals.
Oh.
So gonna go look at retirement communities next week.
Hey, but
so.
you're gonna be able to see so well.
That's right.
Well, this episode comes out tomorrow, so that's not your birthday. Your birthday would be next episode, but your birthday present is on its way. But it's not here yet, so.
You're my gift.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. So I'll bring it the next time we record, and hopefully you love it.
I'll look forward to it.
It's
I've
wonderful.
already ordered your Christmas present. That's where I am in my life.
We're such nerds.
I stumbled upon it, and I'm like, oh my God, this has to happen. So
Oh, well, I can't wait now. Now I'm super
people are like,
excited.
shut up.
Yeah.
This isn't an unboxing video. We can't even see anything anyway.
And we don't have
so
anything to unbox.
We don't.
Okay.
I don't think we have any haunted housekeeping.
I don't think so either.
Goatman really went off the rails. Sorry if you're not into it, but whatever.
It was great. Big team.
And where's Alex?
Where is Alex? That was really alarming.
was
I didn't even remember that until I was listening back, which was really funny. And Alex still hasn't been found.
No.
You're like, what?
Poor Alex.
Oh, Lord, yes.
All right, shall we?
Am I going first? No, you go first.
I go first on the first.
I know this.
I first on first, you're first on second.
Yeah, I
'cause
should
we
know this by
record
now.
too.
Okay.
All right. Well, before I start my story, I found an
Okay.
interesting little
Oh.
article on Today.
Okay. Oh, today.
Yes.
.com.
Yes, today.com.
Like the Today Show.
Exactly.
Oh, shoot.
So did you know that the haunted house that inspired the movie The Conjuring is up for sale?
I did see this, but I didn't read the article, so let's hear about
All
it.
right. Mott and Chase Sotheby's International Realty. So is that like Sotheby's
I think so.
auction? Okay.
I think so.
Is overseeing the sale of the spooky Burrillville, Rhode Island home, which is on the market for a cool 1.2 mil.
Oh my gosh.
And did you look at it?
Is it
it's
like a
nothing
shack?
like it is in the movie.
Oh.
It's almost like a log cabin-y looking thing.
Yeah, I kind of thought it was shacky.
I'm like 1.2 million.
Is it on a lot of property?
I don't know, but even so, hang on. It was built in 1826 and it's located on 8 acres.
That's not a lot.
That's not a lot.
No.
Not one, which
No.
I don't know though.
Maybe it's just the
in the area.
Or the notoriety.
But who wants to pay 1.2 million to get possessed?
No.
By Bathsheba.
You know who does? Zach Bagans.
Well, yeah, he'll probably buy it too.
Well, I will watch whatever takes place with him in there if he does buy it.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie.
The farmhouse clocks in at just over 3,000 square feet.
That's pretty big.
Yeah. Has 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, and 14 rooms overall.
That's huge, actually.
Yeah, for 3,000 square feet, you would think they would have more bedrooms and bathrooms.
Or at least
like
more bathrooms.
something. Come
14
on, Conjuring
rooms?
House. The Conjuring certainly made the house that sits at 1677 Round Top Road a pop culture phenomenon. I should look this up on Zillow.
Yeah.
Well, if it's through Sotheby's, still
Might be.
The 2013, and we all know about the film. Legend has it, it's a well-known property that was haunted by Bathsheba Sherman.
He was.
Bathsheba Triflin, who lived in the house in the 1800s. To this day, countless happenings have been reported. The chilling stories, incidents, or recollections of residents and visitors of the property have been told in dozens of media productions, including books, movies, and television shows. The Burrillville, Rhode Island residence was most recently sold to Corey and Jennifer Heinzen in 2019. Corey a paranormal investigator,
Oh.
of course, told NBC at the time that the house had not disappointed him and had plenty of spooky surprises in store.
Oh.
Like doors opening and closing on their own, footsteps, knocking, and disembodied voices.
Oh, no. So did they live there, I wonder?
I guess. I don't know. Or did I
Maybe just
what kind of paranormal investigators making enough money just to buy a house and investigate?
$1 million house.
Yeah. Last night we had a black mist in one of the rooms.
my
It looks
God.
like smoke. It'll gather in one area and then it'll move, he said.
We're good.
Okay. The couple has rented the farmhouse out to paranormal researchers and ghost hunters and have hosted tours, events, and live streams to let the general public in on the fun.
That's smart. I mean,
Yeah.
making some money probably.
The public has certainly been fascinated with the house. The Conjuring was released. Since The Conjuring was released, but the people who owned the home at the time of the movie's release wasn't too thrilled with the sudden influx of attention and
People are
visitors,
just standing
I'm sure.
outside.
Yeah.
Shouting
So in
Bathsheba.
2015, Norma Sutcliffe and Gerald Heifrich sued Warner Brothers.
Oh.
As reported by the time by EW, claiming that they had experienced threats of physical violence and harm and sleepless nights since the release of the film.
People were doing
I
that?
guess.
Why?
I have no idea. According to Time, the couple claimed the movie studio didn't approach either of them about using their home's likeness in the film.
Well, why would they have to?
Yeah, but that's kind of not cool.
Yeah, but I mean, they didn't use their actual home.
No.
Or the address. They didn't
No, it
tell
looks
the address.
nothing like it. Now that the house is up for sale again, many curious fans of the movie are likely itching to get a look at the property themselves. But there's a catch. Interested parties have to provide proof of funds just to get an okay, you elitists, just to get an in-person showing and sign a non-disclosure agreement to get a look at the property.
Or else they'd have a lot of
financial information.
looky-loos.
Well, yeah, I'd totally be a looky-loo.
Yeah, we're like,
for
let's
that.
go to Rhode Island.
Speaking of haunted, we booked our room.
Yes, we did.
For the B&B.
Haunted B&B.
So
We're going the night before Halloween.
We are.
Mischief night.
Yes, it will be. Halloween will happen, though, when we're there, because midnight will roll around.
Oh, yeah.
On October 31st.
Oh, my gosh.
I've already thought this all through.
What are we going to wear?
right.
Pajamas?
The next story. No.
It's fine.
So, look at I printed all these
like I
articles
said, this
off.
is your short
No,
one.
it is, because I printed all these off, and they have the exact same information.
I know. I think that's going to happen to mine,
"Dang it."
too. But,
So,
you know.
So my first story is the Kelly Hopkinsville UFO incident.
Okay. I don't know anything about this.
It's in Kentucky.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Give me some
The home of the
bourbon.
delicious
I don't
fried chicken.
Yes.
Oh, I went to fried chicken.
It's the Colonel.
I do love
Who
Kentucky
wasn't
fried
actually
chicken.
Colonel. Don't we, though? What is in the
secret
potatoes
recipe.
and gravy? Like,
Oh, my God.
are those real potatoes? Probably
it's
not.
so
but
good.
yeah.
It's so good. I don't even like gravy, really, usually.
No, but I could drink that stuff.
Oh my
It's
God,
delicious.
I know. You know, okay, this is off topic a bit, but I was just reading an article about like the Pringles guy, the Pringles logo guy, and the KFC logo guy, and how people swear that they each had a monocle. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where there's like
Yeah,
that
like Mr.
phenomenon
Peanut.
where people think that when they think back about a something like that, a logo or something, they think it looked one way, but in reality it looked another. And everyone swears that like the Pringles guy had a monocle, but he didn't.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember him that way.
Anyway, this is a
And I
terrible
definitely
story.
don't remember Colonel Sanders. He wore glasses.
Did he?
Right? I don't know.
Anyway,
I
go
recently
on.
watched a show about how he like founded KFC. It was he really worked hard for it. He started serving
Did he
his
really?
chicken out of a gas station. Yeah.
Good for him.
Have we
It's
talked
delicious.
about this?
I don't think so.
Okay, I don't know.
I
Who
freaking
knows?
love. I
We're always
freaking
so off topic.
Love Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Heck yeah.
Their hot wings, the sauceless ones, are to die for.
I remember when I was a kid, they had something called the Chicken Little. And it was just like, it was like the size of a White Castle slider. And it was
Okay.
just like a little chicken sandwich. It was so delicious.
So good. Are KFC's like nationwide?
I think so.
International? Sam? Do you have any KFCs in
Oh,
New
Sam,
Zealand?
by the way.
Oh, yes.
I am so bad at social media. I didn't know where to like go find follow requests. So you may have just asked to follow me a week ago. You may have asked 5 years ago. I don't know. I'm sorry. And so I accepted it. And then it just occurred to me I didn't follow you back. So I did follow you back today. I'm so sorry. I'm really not rude. I'm just stupid. So
You're forgiven.
thank you. She's now speaking for you, Sam. That's
Yes, Sam.
where she
That's
thinks
our
your
relationship.
is.
Who we've
All right.
never met or talked in real life.
Yeah, she's like,
It's very
"Shut up."
one-sided.
And she's like, unfollow.
Again,
Immediately.
stop talking about me. You're just our only
She
international
probably
fan.
thinks we have. You're our only fan. Who are we?
She's
kidding?
probably not even a
She
fan.
Probably
She probably
not.
hasn't
She's like,
listened.
stop calling
Probably
me.
hasn't listened for like years. What am I even talking about? Like weeks.
Months. Okay, shall we?
So dumb. Yes, please.
So, and I'm whatever. This is. I don't know where this is from. Oh God, help me. Well, all three of these articles, one's from Skeptoid.com, one's from History.com, and one's from All That's Interesting. I think this might be the All That's Interesting, which, whatever, we've butchered their stuff so much anyways.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, I just printed this off. You got a problem with it? Too bad.
We're giving you credit. We didn't
Yeah,
write it.
no.
We're not pretending we did.
Nope, not at all. And I love how
We're
I
so
have
angry about
all
it.
these ads for U.S. Bank. Just
U.S. Bank, would you like to sponsor us? I bank there.
I do as well.
Okay.
Shout
Look at
out
us.
U.S. Bank.
Pretty great.
Yeah. I love your app. Except
great.
You categorize my spending now and make me feel really bad about myself.
Yeah, I'm not into
a
that.
fan. Okay, so I'm just going to roll with it. I don't know what this guy's doing.
I don't either, but it's
Picture,
great.
But I got pictures. I got it all. So on August 21st, 1955, the Hopkinsville UFO incident terrified people of Western Kentucky and introduced the world to little green men.
Okay, that's where that trope came
That's
from.
where that
Got it.
came from.
Okay.
Around 11 p.m. one August night in 1955. Well, I don't know why it says one August night. It was August 21st. It says that right there. 8 people. So these 8 people just like come running into the Hopkinsville, Kentucky police station.
Okay.
Freaking out. And so it's 11. Can you imagine being, I can't imagine they're fully staffed.
No, there's like
Probably
one guy
That's one guy. and he's
sitting
like
at his desk.
Roscoe Pico train.
eating KFC.
Yes.
Because he's in Kentucky. Roscoe P. Coltrane. Nice. And he's like, huh?
Kicking it way back.
He did not want the door's locked.
He's like, go tell Bo and Luke. This is a
Right.
case for them, not me. So these people come in. They're like, we need help. One of them guests. He says, we've been fighting them for nearly 4 hours.
Oh my
I
God.
don't know. What's a Kentucky?
Country.
Fighting who? Apparently little silver men.
Oh.
Well, that contradicts exactly what you just said 2 paragraphs ago. To some, the Kelly Hopkinsville encounter provides compelling evidence of alien contact. Others see it as an overreaction, perhaps fueled by moonshine or an owl attack.
Oh, it's the staircase.
It's always the owl.
It's
Stop
the
it.
staircase.
It is.
Great.
But one thing is for sure. I'm trying to
Also, it could be
paraphrase.
both. It could
Yes.
be moonshine and
There could be an owl with moonshine,
yeah.
like signaling the UFO to come down.
Yes.
These things could happen.
And just because you're drunk doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Exactly.
We've been drinking champagne and saw UFOs before.
We have, too. And we tried to hide behind a telephone pole. Neither of us are that thin.
No.
I don't know what we were thinking.
We're dumb.
We are dumb.
Okay.
But we're fancy because we had champagne.
We did.
What
Probably
are we
the
doing
cheapest
outside
crap.
in a field drinking champagne?
Was that the same night?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, God.
Oh,
okay, anyways. So anyway, what's certain is that the intrigue around the event has lingered. So today, 300-odd citizens of nearby Kelly, Kentucky threw an annual Little Green Men Days festival every
That's
August.
fun.
Heck yeah. I love when these little towns have these festivals.
It's their claim to fame.
Yes. The group of aliens that were known as the Little Green Men, the trope of aliens as Little Green Men comes from this incident. And even Steven Spielberg drew inspiration from the encounter as he made E.T. Do we know that for a fact? I don't know.
Did he say that?
Because E.T. was kind of cute.
He was.
I love that movie. And Drew Barrymore, I just love you.
She's great.
She's amazing.
She really is. She just seems like
Everything
a lovely
she
human.
does. She really does.
When she talk about like turning it around. She
yeah.
could have went in one way.
Yeah.
She could have went Amanda Bynes.
And when had a legit reason
yeah.
to do that.
Yes.
Okay, we're still rolling.
We're just terrified that
Yeah.
this is going to stop recording.
So what happened in Kentucky that night of 1955? I almost said 95. No, it was not done.
that they were fighting.
J. Allen Hynek Center for UFO Studies. What?
UFO studies?
The UFO is described. This doesn't make sense.
It looks very weird.
Yes, I mean,
Her print off looks very
something. Whoops. Anyways, Billy Ray Taylor.
Yes, of course.
I don't know. What about him? He described the UFO.
Thanks, Billy. Ray.
So, the Kelly Hopkinsville incident starts out innocently enough.
Okay.
Take charge of your finances with smart tools and resources with the U.S. Bank mobile app.
Please help me, U.S. Bank mobile app. Take charge of my finances.
So, okay, I think this is what we're talking about, Billy Ray.
Okay.
And U.S. Bank just had to get their 90 cents
Shut up, U.S.
in
Bank.
there. So, while visiting a friend named Elmer Lucky Sutton, I mean, if that's not a Kentucky 1950s name, I don't know what is.
God.
At his farmhouse in the
God.
tiny town of Kelly on August 21st of 1955, Billy Ray Taylor of Pennsylvania.
What?
That's okay.
That's not even close.
That's a really long distance to travel, Billy Ray.
Okay.
He went outside to the well to collect some water.
What? Oh, it's the 1800s.
Yeah. So
Were they
anyways,
like
though-
lovers? Were they lovers?
Hang on. No, there was like a whole group of them were at their house.
Okay.
So that was from another article. Where's that at then? I feel like that's an important detail.
We'll just say there was a group of them.
Yeah.
There was like a bunch of them. There was a
bunch of
party.
them. But there was like, there
Yeah.
were several children.
Okay.
And there's somebody's three grown sons and their wives. So there was like a significant group. That was
They were having a
important.
dinner party.
And there were children involved.
Oh, yeah.
So, anywho, he went outside and saw something streaking across the sky. Billy Ray did. So he later described the silvery object as real bright, with an exhaust, all the colors of the rainbow.
That's
have
weird.
Exhaust? But their exhaust is rainbow. Of course it is.
That's amazing.
And then My Little Pony walked right out of there.
That is amazing. What? You never think about UFOs having
Exhaust.
Is that a pony calendar?
Maybe.
Chris, I like your pony calendar. What? Go on.
So anyways, Billy Ray panicked. He ran inside and told the others, which included his wife and the whole Sutton family, that he'd just seen a UFO. He also recalled that he hadn't heard an explosion, just a hissing noise as the object landed somewhere behind the farmhouse.
Oh, no.
But no one took him seriously until the dogs began to bark.
That's the sign.
I take nothing seriously when my dog begins to bark. She's an idiot.
This reminds me of the movie Sign, though. Signs.
Yeah. Well, and usually farm dogs are really good at alerting. They're not idiots like my dog who barks at.
Right. But I'm just imagining corn and that
Yes.
farmhouse. It has that same vibe.
So since the dog started barking, they knew that someone or something was coming up to the house. So the terrified group later described to police what they saw in vivid, frightening terms. So here's what the invaders, as they called, looked like.
Oh.
Or how they described them. They had round, oversized heads.
Oh.
Long arms with talons that nearly touch the ground.
No. What?
Why you got a talon?
And why is it touching
Is that where the owl thing came from?
Why is it touching the ground?
Just dragging its talons like this is so
Well, it
tedious.
also matters how tall these things are, you know?
True.
To how long the arms are.
Are they ET's height? Because then I can see their...
There wouldn't be a super long arm. It's still disproportionate and creepy, but if they're tall, that'd be even weirder.
ET did not have talons.
No.
He had
that cute little
fingers and his little finger lit up. Elliot.
Talons. I'm not into that.
I just did an ET voice. I'm so sorry.
We're all here for it.
I'm so stupid.
You can say we. We are stupid. We are one.
You told me today you thought we were pretty smart. And you're like, don't you agree? And I'm like, okay.
Well, in like the real world, not here or at the corn maze.
We couldn't get out of a corn maze that like 5-year-old children were walking into and then walking out of the correct exit 5 minutes
like,
later.
I'm talking about at work. Like when we are at work, Amy
We're
and
book
Whitney.
smart.
That's right.
We're just not any other kind of smart.
Maybe we're not book smart either. Anyway.
I like to think I am.
Yeah. See, that's exactly what I was
take a
saying.
test.
That's what I was saying at the corn pit, but you said that you didn't think we were smart.
Well, I thought you...
Yes, we were at a corn
I
pit.
thought you meant in general. Which we
No, I
don't.
would never say that about us.
Okay, so back to these oversized heads and talons.
That's also
protecting
weird.
the bottom.
Oversized head, you know?
Yeah.
It's like just wobbling
So
around.
that is ET-ish, though. ET
Yeah.
had a big hood. So everything about them seemed to shimmer and glow.
I love these like fabulous aliens, though. I'm
In
not
the
gonna lie.
darkness. Their eyes had yellowish light, and their bodies glinted like they were made of silver metal.
Oh.
And they just kept getting closer to everyone.
Why?
They're like, yikes. So everybody who was gathered at the farmhouse said they ain't going to go down without a fight.
Oh
so
my gosh.
Sutton and Taylor grabbed their guns.
It's a bunch of rednecks
Yes.
versus UFOs. This is
You're not going to
wonderful.
win. So when one of the creatures pressed its face against the window.
Oh my god.
Hello? Anybody in
Hello? But it's like, how do they know how glass works?
there?
You know?
Well, they're way more sophisticated than we are.
Yeah, it's probably true.
Light years. So they press their face up against the window and they just start firing their guns. I'm assuming right into the window. I'm like, well, that's stupid. Now you've just created a very easy access to your house. So here's a figure of how
What?
they
They
described
didn't
it
talk about
looking.
its ears? That's a huge detail they left out.
Those are like
Pizza crust?
gremlins.
Yes,
That's
it's
what their ears
exactly
look
like a...
or pizza.
It's like a
pizza
toss.
slices.
It's like a pizza slice. That's what it looks like from my end. It's like a
And then they've got those, what are those called?
jalapenos?
Gauges. People who have the big things in their
Gauge
ears.
eyes.
Gauge eyes.
And his
And
nose.
he's ripped, man. He's got like 6-pack
Or are
abs.
those his ribs?
And he's totally naked.
But he doesn't have any
And his
genitalia.
antennae.
Oh,
Okay.
His nose is interesting.
It is. It's like
Does it have a mouth? Or is it
or
just frowning?
eyes. Or these are
His
his eyes.
Yeah, what do you think they are?
I thought he had gauges. In. I
No,
thought
he has
had two tattoo
jalapeno
shots.
eyes.
Got his ears.
Okay,
whatever
so
that's
imagine a
called.
big gremlin. That's where we're at, people.
Yes.
Looking in your window.
So Taylor described it as a Hopkinsville goblin.
I mean, I could see
yeah.
that. It does kind of look goblin-y.
So over the next few hours, oh God, the aliens drew close and then they'd retreat. They flipped up into the trees when the humans tried to shoot them. That's disturbing. Like, nope, haha, miss me. I'm just going to jump up into the tree.
It's also interesting, like, that they're just not afraid of humans at all.
Yeah.
You know, so that makes you think that they have been watching us and know
yeah.
that we're not smart.
Yeah, and they
And they
know
don't
that
need to
their
fear.
technology is immune to anything we could possibly.
But they seem to be afraid of getting shot.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know if they're so much afraid. They're just like, well, I can dodge this.
Yeah, you'd think
How
though...
do you don't just jump above a bullet. Like, you got to be...
Oh, no, but... So maybe you think a bullet would kill them? Probably, though.
I mean,
they're still an organism.
for sure. I mean, E.T. almost died. He
What
got
are
sick
we
in the
saying
creek.
right now? We're like, it's. I just said it's still an organism. I just read this book called Hail Mary. Is that right? Is that like when you throw a Hail Mary pass?
Yeah, that's football.
Okay, it's called that though, and it's like a sci-fi outer space alien book written by the guy who wrote The Martian. It's really good.
Huh.
It also goes into some boring details about science. I was just like, I don't want to.
Yeah, but you can just flip those pages.
Yeah. But he like meets an alien, and it's awesome.
Oh,
He's
hey.
saving the Earth because the sun is dying. Dun dun dun. It's just my wreck.
Could be. So anyways, they're flipping up in the trees,
Yes.
and one reached down and grabbed Billy Ray's hair.
Ew.
Ew, with talons? You never get your hair out of that.
Oh, and why?
I once got
Why
my
was
hair...
Billy Ray that close?
I don't know. I once got my hair stuck in a goose that was mounted to a wall and its webbed feet. And I thought I was going to have to cut my hair off.
Oh my god.
So that ain't no joke.
Or it's like getting a bat stuck in your hair, which has never happened to me, but
I
don't
can
know if
only
that
imagine.
actually happens in real life, but it does in movies.
Probably in like a cave. I could see that happening. Finally, when everything seemed quiet, several people piled into a car and fled to town to tell the
Yeah.
police to come help them. So 4 of the city police, including the chief of police, Russell Greenwell, drove out to the Sutton farmhouse. So, like, what is all this commotion
Yeah.
about? Something's going on.
Right.
So, aliens or not, the crowd at the police station had seemed genuinely terrified. One man had a pulse of 140 beats a minute.
What? They took their
They
pulse.
took your pulse, and that's not that fast. My heart has been beating 300 beats a minute. Granted, they had to stop my heart at the hospital.
That's not normal either.
No, they compared that to unplugging a computer and plugging it back in.
Oh my
but
God.
It didn't work because they had to do it a second time. I'm like, well,
did it work the second time?
I'm going to die. No.
Oh my God.
But then they gave me something else and then it worked. But yeah, that's great. we're just going to stop your heart for a second. It's just like unplugging a computer.
It's totally fine.
I beg to differ.
Yeah, but I'm the computer.
Yes.
I don't want to die.
No.
Oh my God.
So they were like, it's a small town. We knew this family. They weren't really the kind of people who would run to the police for help.
Yeah.
Like we
Willy-nilly.
knew something was up.
Yeah.
So the police didn't find any obvious evidence of the little Silva men.
Did they look for footprints or?
Who knows? They were probably like,
I don't see it with my eyes.
Listen,
so I'm looking
Lucky.
away. Listen, Lucky.
We don't know what you've been drinking tonight, well, whatnot, but whatever. We're not aliens. Well, that's what you think. So it's noted in the Kentucky New Era the next day. I guess maybe that's their paper. Nothing stirred during the investigation, besides one of the officers accidentally stepping on a cat's tail in the darkness outside the house. No further excitement ensued. How do you know it was a cat? However, at least one Kentucky police officer, though, did believe Taylor and Sutton's story. Frank Dudas. What a name.
That's awesome.
Was not among the officers who visited the farmhouse, but he had had his own alien encounters.
Oh.
The summer before, Dudas and another officer reported seeing 3 flying saucers. I think the whole story is entirely plausible, Dudas told the Kentucky New Era. I know I saw the saucers. If I saw them, the Kelly story could certainly be true.
I love when a police officer validates it.
Thanks, Dudas.
Yeah, that's
This
good.
was Kentucky in the 50s. He was probably immediately fired.
Probably. And he was a sergeant, so
yes.
that's really a bummer.
According to the same article, other officers were reluctant to give their
Of course.
opinions. Well, I'm sure. I get that.
Still, even to this day, I'm sure.
So what could possibly explain what Taylor and Sutton and the others had seen? I don't know.
Whoa, you got a
have an
redacted document here.
Yeah, I can't read that. It's kind of blurry. But anyways, it's certified.
From the
It's
U.S. Air Force.
It's a certified true copy by Captain Kirk.
Really?
No, Charles Kirk.
I'm like, what?
Oh, he's a lieutenant. It would have been really
Dang
cool if he
it.
was a
It really
captain.
would.
So, Langford. Who's Langford?
That's what this was. That's what this was.
But where did this come from?
It's from the U.S. Air Force. Langford's account, it said.
Okay. So anyway, someone named Langford had an account. And he or she says the validity of the Kelly Hopkinsville encounter was questioned immediately. Some people doubted the honesty of the Suttons, and neighbors dismissed the whole affair as a drunken debacle and the result of too much moonshine.
Oh, gosh.
The lies they told about us, lamented Glennie Langford. Oh, that was one of the people there.
Oh.
Glennie.
Got it.
Oh, she was Sutton's mother, who was also present during the incident.
We thought Glennie was a man.
I mean, whatever. Or we didn't know who Langford was. We thought Langford was a totally different incident. They said we were drinking, but Langford knew what she had seen. The quotes ended. Why do I try to do voices?
I don't know, but I love it. Please don't stop.
The aliens look like a 5-gallon gasoline can.
What?
With a head on top and small legs.
I don't even know what a 5-gallon gasoline can
In
looks
the
like.
50s, something like those metal cans that are like, I don't know. They look like a,
What?
I don't know, like a little mound, kind of. They're like
I know.
rounder at the bottom.
Like
they're
the Tin Man's
a dome,
head?
like a dome.
Yes.
Dome-shaped. So I guess
what?
maybe their
Why?
body was dome-shaped?
No,
with the
we
head?
just saw the gremlin.
Yeah. Glennie, whatever your name was.
Lenny.
Maybe
We're questioning your account.
And she insisted it was a shimmering bright metal like on my refrigerator.
The body was?
I guess.
They're so sparkly.
They are. This is
I'm
a
into
Twilight vampire. Even the police who responded to the scene agreed it didn't appear that anyone had been drinking. Well, thank
Okay,
you for
well,
at
yeah.
least saying that.
Then say that.
But when the Sutton family tried to profit off interest in the story by charging admission to their farmhouse, any remaining goodwill toward them vanished.
Well,
I mean, they can make a couple bucks. Whatever.
I mean, yeah, but that does take away some validity from skeptics.
So neighbors grew cold and threatening. 10 days
threatening?
later, the Suttons left Kelly for good. What you? Who can just
10 days
their
later?
house? Anyways,
10 days?
So if it wasn't
why are you-
aliens or alcohol, what happened?
And also, why are you threatening
there's
them?
another.
Like, calm down.
So the creatures, as described by Elmer and John Sutton, Elmer was lucky, and O.P. Baker. Where did O.P. come from? Well, so one explanation does involve a creature from the sky, an owl. Great horned owls have long wings, glowing eyes, and round heads.
Literally blamed for everything.
Yeah. Could the people at the Sutton farmhouse have mistaken this owl for... No.
Do they sparkle?
Another theory involves an animal. Arthur Haas Kanzler,
What?
a sheriff from a nearby town, joined other policemen at the Sutton farmhouse on August 21st, 1955, for the investigation. In his telling, everyone was drunk, and some were tossing a cat onto a screen door to scare the people inside.
Well, that's just mean.
That's terrible. Why didn't you arrest them if you saw that? Haas.
It's an arrestable offense.
When I saw the Sutton's daughter reach up and pull that cat off the screen, and the cat scream, I knew then that was the Martian, he told the Kentucky Era. On July 12, 2003.
What?
That's way after 1955.
And he's still alive?
Come on, Haas, were you really there? The theory relies again on the fact that the
2003
witnesses
also
were
was like
inebriated.
20 years ago, which literally seems like it was
But
yesterday.
that's still a long way away from 1955.
Sure.
That's
Yeah,
like
definitely.
almost 50 years later.
Yeah.
Joanne Smithy, a current Kelly resident who helps put on the annual Little Green Man Days
Which it should be
festival,
silver, but okay.
doesn't think that this theory has any validity.
Thank you.
Neither do we.
Thank you. You?
Yeah, well, her name wasn't Kelly. It was Joanne.
Yeah, thanks, Joanne. Agreed.
She says, we all laugh at the idea that they were drunk because Glennie Langford didn't allow alcohol or even cursing on her property.
Whoa.
The Suttons were a very quiet, trustworthy family.
Okay.
So more than 50 years after it happened, the truth about what happened is more elusive than ever. But that hasn't stopped people from wondering and celebrating what might have happened on that hot August night.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well,
I hate August. Oh, now she's got some really creepy
What is
pictures.
he? That's the... Huh? The guy that used to be the Domino's pizza spokesman.
I thought it looked like the mobile
Right.
spokesman.
Oh, wait. There's more.
Okay.
So local newspapers illustrated the entities. Yeah, that's that word. The incident and its ensuing coverage helped to solidify the idea of aliens as little green men in popular culture. Although Taylor and the Suttons described the aliens as little silver men, newspapers ran with little green men. And of course, create your own narrative.
What?
That may be because the idea of green aliens had been around since the 1920s with the birth of science fiction. There are those who still don't think the incident was science fiction, however. There are millions of stars and planets in the universe, says Geraldine Sutton Stith, the daughter of Lucky Sutton. I can't possibly believe that ours is the only planet with life.
True.
Me either, Geraldine. I'm with you, girl.
And I mean, there's so many, how many universes in outer space? We don't even
Exactly.
know, do we?
That's right. We don't.
Have you traveled light years away?
No, you haven't. Even Jeff Bezos doesn't know. He went up in space for 2 seconds.
How long was he up there?
It wasn't long.
Did he even get out of
It was
our
like
orbit?
minutes. I don't know.
Well, what was the point of that?
To brag how much money he had.
So dumb. There's no way in heck
No.
that I'm going up in a without were there real astronauts on there?
Yeah, but she was
Surely.
like 85. She was like the oldest.
What?
I don't know. Were there other astronauts? Maybe. I don't know. But
I love space stuff. I'm surprised I didn't look into this more. Anyway, Jeff
whatever.
Bezos.
It was like a
Ew.
fair ride. It wasn't even that exciting.
It was like a fair ride.
So Geraldine is determined that the world hears her family's side of the story.
Yeah.
The remaining survivors of the encounter refuse to talk about the incident, so Geraldine does it for them. You go,
Yeah.
Geraldine.
Love her.
In addition to her books. Oh,
Yeah.
Geraldine, yeah, you did. On the encounter, Their Alien Legacy 2007. The Kelly Green Men, Alien Legacy Revisited 2015. So basically you have a book and then like an extended version of your book.
That's not 2 books. That's just 1.5.
And she speaks at the festival every year.
Of course.
An interview with her daughter. No, back it up. The annual festival draws. There's just these random lines. I don't get it.
Must be a heading or something.
The annual festival draws a few thousand people, and the story remains enticing to producers looking for the next big thing. So Steven Spielberg, we know he based E.T. on it. Did he though? Maybe he did.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But anyways.
Other films like Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Signs, Gremlins, Critters, and Poltergeist were also inspired by it.
Poltergeist? I don't get that at all.
Critters is a great movie. Have you ever seen that?
I don't think so.
Oh, you have to watch Critters.
Critters.
It's fun. Good times.
What's the one with the underground worms?
Tremors.
God, my mom used to make me watch that every time it came on. Those are terrible movies.
Yeah. Kevin Bacon.
Is he in that?
Yeah. Reba McEntire's in it too, right?
What?
Am I making this up?
I don't know. I don't remember. But every time it was on like TNT or something, she'd make me watch it.
No, they're both in it.
Well, that's kind of wonderful.
I'm going to stand my ground on that.
Okay, I believe you.
All right, so that was my Kelly Hopkinsville UFO incident. I don't know. It wasn't very long.
I always love a UFO. We're at 36 minutes. You're totally fine.
Not so bad.
Okay, let's see here. Take a breath. I am trying to do this on my phone, so we'll see how it goes.
Should be interesting.
Yes.
You need to borrow my glasses.
Okay. So, trigger warning. My story talks a little bit about slavery because I'm talking about the Myrtles Plantation. Ooh. And there is some just like gross stuff that happened here that, obviously played a part in its history. Are you okay?
Yeah. They had a piece of hair got stuck on my glasses and then went in my eye.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I got some stuff from hauntedwalk.com, which was written by an intern named Aaliyah Strachan. I'm like, that's fun. She's an intern at an intern for some university. Carleton University, studying history and African studies. And then let me see if I can scroll down here. And Wikipedia, duh. And all that's interesting. And that's funny. I could totally see some ads too. I just saw Lexus. We're so dumb and bad at this. Why do you all listen?
Yeah.
Do you? Anyway.
You're like, well, you had me for a while, but now I'm done.
No, this is just stupid. Okay, so I'm talking about the haunting of the Myrtles Plantation. So the Myrtles Plantation is located in the deep American South, where summers are warm and the air is thick with the spirits of overworked slaves and brutal masters. The Myrtle Plantation is located in St. Francisville, Louisiana.
Hi.
Louisiana, also the home of Britney Spears.
That's right.
Free Britney. Watch the new documentary, The New York Times presents Controlling Britney Spears. Just saying, it's on Hulu. Okay, moving on. With its majestic wraparound veranda, blue trim, and 20 rooms, it sits high on high ground. Sorry. It sits on high ground, appearing like a fortress as you approach. It appears to be something out of a storybook. However, its history is not for the faint of heart. God, I'm sorry. It keeps pulling up my keyboard. Stop that. Okay. So our story begins. Again, this is an article by Aaliyah Strachan. This is not my words. Our story begins with a newly married couple, Mr. and Mrs. Clark Woodruff. Mr. Woodruff was a prestigious judge and owned numerous slaves, as was the norm at the time. One of his house slaves went by the name of Chloe, who for many years fell victim to Woodruff's cruelty. So a few different articles that I read said different things about what that looked like. Like one of them was said that she voluntarily had an affair with him in order to avoid the brutality, and I'm like, no.
That's not voluntarily, then.
Nope. That's still rape and coercion and forcing yourself on someone, so no.
Yeah. Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, really gross. Chloe tried to protect herself from the abuse by listening into the Woodruff's conversations and modifying her behavior. I don't know how they know this, but okay. So literally eavesdropping through the wall sometimes. So one day after being caught eavesdropping, Woodruff Woodruff cut off Chloe's ears.
Oh.
I mean, you all.
Okay, I've seen something about this.
Have you?
Is this like
a movie?
Movie. I don't know. Continue.
Okay.
I bet I have seen
something where this happens.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to think of some of the movies that are based on.
I'll look when we're done. But I know I've seen something like this.
So, I mean, and he did that, just out of pure cruelty, and then also to humiliate her because she's now disfigured. She has no ears. How did she not die? I mean, I don't know. Yeah. It's horrifying.
Well, if you think about it, that's really just cartilage.
I know, but then
no, I'm not making light of it. I'm just saying though,
would you bleed? You would still?
Live. I mean, I'm sure she lost or she bled a lot.
Could you hear if your ears?
Well, yeah, everything you hear with is in her ear.
Oh my
but
God,
that would just be
horrifying.
One. It would be incredibly painful.
Absolutely,
and it's totally disfiguring.
So and get this: her mutilation was hidden at the request of the Woodruffs. They didn't want everyone to see that she was mutilated by them. Ew. And so they made her wear a green turban, which is, I mean, you did this to her, and then now you're forcing her to hide it because you don't want people to see what you did.
Right.
Despicable. There's a special place in hell for these people.
100%.
No one would, so no one could see it. And, so Chloe was mad. And so she inspired her.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That is
she mad.
Appropriate emotion, Chloe.
Yep. So so she decided she was going to make some plans for revenge. So on the 9th birthday of the Woodruff's daughter, Chloe placed poisonous oleander leaves into the cake. So Chloe's plan was to poison Mrs. Woodruff and their children. Some sources claim that it was never her intention to kill the 3 family members. They suggest that Chloe wanted to get them sick so she could nurse them back to health, which in the South, allegedly, local healers were among the most respected in the family. So she thought if she healed them and brought them back from sickness, then they would maybe be nice to her, which is just, again,
That's
horrifying.
So sad.
Mm-hmm. If Chloe could heal them, then she would, she could continue working in the house and not in the fields. But tragically, the dosage was lethal, and it ended up killing Mrs. Woodruff and her 2 children. But not him. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe we'll get to it in a minute. After word spread of her actions on the plantation, the other slaves were the ones to take revenge. Chloe was hanged by the neck for everyone to witness until she died. So I guess maybe I don't understand the reasoning behind that, obviously, but it's hard to even put yourself in this position and think about what it would be like to be a slave on a plantation. But maybe there's some reason why they did that. Maybe so that maybe they didn't get punished somehow. I don't know. And they threw her body in the Mississippi River. Let's see. So the plantation was the site of other gruesome activity after Chloe's death. The new owner was a wealthy family man, okay? And his 5 children all died from TB on the property. Oh my God. Like the coronavirus of this time.
Exactly.
Yeah. Great. The home was later passed on to one of his surviving daughters. Wait, what? I thought they all died. Maybe he had more than 5 children.
Maybe after they died, he had more
Maybe
children.
so. And her husband, the Winters. So Mr. Winter was a proud member of his community, and he taught Sunday school. Okay. So one day, as Mr. Winter was teaching, an unknown man rode up on a horse yelling to see him. Okay. As he came out to address this man, he was shot at point-blank range on his front porch. Man, the 1800s were weird.
Yeah, I've totally watched something on this.
Have you?
It is all, yes.
I wonder what it is.
I don't know if it was like a movie or if it was like one of those
documentary kind of things.
Like a reenactment documentary.
Maybe, because then maybe it was about this plantation and they said all this to then tell you about
I feel like it
ghosts.
was like an episode of like a haunting or something.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
Maybe.
One of those kinds.
Oh my God. So you just go out on your porch and this guy shoots you. So he retreated it back into his home and he staggered up the stairs and died in the arms of his wife. Very dramatic and horrifying. So even today, the sound of strong, forceful stomps linger in the home as visitors report hearing heavy footsteps from empty staircases. What's an empty footstep? Nobody knows.
They're just Crocs.
That is an empty footprint.
They have no feet in there. They're just wandering aimlessly.
So the plantation is used as film sets a lot, like for the movie The Long Hot Summer, which I've never heard of. Have you?
No, but
what are you looking at?
I thought I heard like a cat meow.
Oh.
I'm losing my... Oh my God, just keep going. I'm losing my mind.
Well, it could be Luna. I mean, I don't know. I don't see her, but anyway.
My chair squeaking
my hands
too.
are so sweaty.
English.
Also, holding this phone, like it's going to slip out of my hands.
We're gonna have to put it in rice.
Whew, it's so hot and wet. These visitors, so the people filming that movie.
Do you not have a pop socket on it so you could prop it up?
No, I don't. Thank you. It's just like my hands are so hot. Thank you. Amy just propped this up. My hands are literally so sweaty. I don't even know why. Anyway, moving on. Nobody cares. So while they were filming that movie, people that were participating in the filming, what's that called? Actors, etc.
Extras,
directors, craft services, had paranormal experiences. So cast and crew members... Crew.
Yeah.
It came later. Reported witnessing furniture moving around on its own, and they could find nothing to explain this activity. Duh. The paranormal activity became more noticeable beginning in the 1970s once the house was purchased by the Myers family. Multiple guests and residents reported seeing the transparent and ghostly apparitions of a young girl wearing a green turban moving throughout the property. In 1992, the owner took a famous photo that they believe captures Chloe's spirit, and I'll post it. And I think I just Googled it, but I'll show it to you in a minute because it's so creepy, and you can really see her. This photo was intended to be used to secure an insurance policy for the home in case of fire or other natural disasters. So they were just like taking a picture of the house.
Oh, I thought you meant they were taking a picture of the ghost to show their insurance company. She might burn this down, and if she does...
It's not our fault.
She's real.
Right. No, they were just like taking a random picture.
Gotcha. That makes more sense.
Yep, and install her. Okay, sorry. I just took a drink. And of course, the owner reports that there was no one in that area at the time the photo was taken. So the real reason that I got to this story was because I was researching paranormal objects, and I came across the mirror in the Myrtles Plantation. So one of the most disturbing paranormal reports occurs inside the home. In the grand hallway, there is an antique mirror just outside of the dining room. The visitors report seeing Woodruff's children appear in the mirror near the room where they were poisoned. Ew, that's scary.
Yeah.
Also sad.
But are they like trapped in the mirror? 'Cause that's really not a great way to spend eternity.
They're just in there.
Please let me out.
That's really sad. One researcher noted that each time the mirror is replaced or resilvered, okay.
What? That's a thing?
Yeah, like we don't own silver.
No.
The same handprint reappears as if they refuse to be ignored. Oh, God. Oh. I don't want to imagine living my life like that, you know?
No, definitely not.
God, that's horrifying. Let's see here. So despite many of these ghost stories, there is some debate as to whether Chloe ever existed or if that was even her real name. So now it's a bed and breakfast. We should go.
For sure.
And it's recognized as one of the most haunted houses in America. They offer historical tours throughout the day and into the dark of the night. Dum bum boom. Okay, so now I'm going into my next article from Wikipedia to see what other things that they have that. So here's where they go into a little bit more about like Chloe's relationship with them. Like they're saying maybe that Sarah and Clark forced her to be a mistress, like Handmaid's Tale kind of crap, which is just really gross and disgusting.
Yes, the whole, just everything about that time was atrocious.
Oleander leaves, you know, like I don't even know what that is. Do you?
It's a plant.
Yeah.
And they are legit poisonous. I do know that.
Ugh. Yeah. It's just sad that she ended up killing, you know, the wife and the kids and not him, you know, when he sucks so bad. I mean, and the wife does too if she's like willingly letting this stuff.
I think she intended for all of them to, but like if I remember whatever it was I watched, like he didn't eat the cake for some reason.
Son of a... Okay. So some other legends. So there are a variety of other legends surrounding the Myrtle Plantation as well. The house is reputedly built over an Indian burial ground. Native American burial ground. And the ghost of a young Native American woman has been reported. During the Civil War, the house was ransacked by Union soldiers, and legend claims that 3 were killed in the house. Supposedly, there is a blood stain in a doorway roughly the size of a human body that will not come clean. Is it still there at the bed and breakfast?
You haven't replaced the floors after all these years?
It's still just there. What?
Okay. Well, yeah, you can't clean that. You have to sand and refinish that.
Oh my gosh. Other legends say that cleaners have been unable to push their mop or broom into that space.
Oh.
Why are you trying to clean up blood with a broom? That's not smart.
You need a mystical magic eraser. Get the job done.
So with the mirror too. So legend says that I don't know where it says this here, but when after a death they would cover mirrors, or was it? He's almost
so the
thinking
spirits wouldn't get
don't go in there.
trapped.
But what do you think it'd have to be like at the time of death, not after? But like, how would you possibly do that? You know?
I think the belief was that the spirits linger around the family for a while,
and then
if the mirrors aren't covered, they get confused and go into them.
Got it. So they think the theory is that mirror was overlooked. They forgot to cover it, and then that's why they're trapped in there, which is so sad.
Very sad.
If that's the case. The plantation is also reportedly haunted by a young girl who died in 1868 despite being treated by a local voodoo practitioner. If you would like to know more about voodoo, reference Amy's voodoo stories and whatever episode that was. Voodoo. Yes. I don't know what number, but that's the title.
I'm the world's leading expert.
She is on voodoo. She supposedly appears in the room in which she died and has been reported to practice voodoo on people sleeping in the room. Oh my gosh.
I was just here for a nice bed and breakfast experience.
I just am here for the bagels. That's not okay.
You wake up with, I don't know, what something voodoo would do. Like oozing eyes. I don't know.
I'm just imagining they're like crushing plants and I don't know. How does she have the supplies? There's also a ghost who reportedly walks, staggers, or crawls up the stairs and stops on the 17th step. Ew. Some have said that this is William Drew Winter, the victim of the only verified murder in the house. So the guy that got shot.
She just keeps reliving his death.
Yeah. It's honestly a nightmare, right?
For sure.
Yeah, so he actually died on the 17th step, which is just really terrible.
I, too, will probably die in a 17th step someday. But just
that is too many steps.
I've keeled over from exhaustion, not because I've been shot.
Oh, my God. And now I'm to the Wikipedia article, and they're like, Clark Woodruff just was an honest man, but had an insatiable appetite for sex. Gag.
Ew.
I know. And sorry, so you can't rate people.
I feel like they're justifying his behavior.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, you can't. It wasn't long before he focused his attention on one of the young slave girls on the plantation, Chloe. Gross. You are a rapist.
Yeah.
Gross. Yeah. Wikipedia. I need to go in there and edit this. I've literally never done that. Have you?
No, I have not.
I'm just going to be like, delete, rapist! Clark Woodruff. Oh, hey, little feet.
Hey, footsie.
Footsies. Rapist. Gross. Okay. 26 American groceries. So unhealthy. It's bizarre. Sorry, that's an ad. Iconic NFL players who went broke.
Like,
these are the dumbest.
At the top of that.
The dumbest. Yeah. Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, my luck, I come back trapped in a mirror. It's like my magnifying mirror. I like grew my eyebrows.
Right, and my chin hairs.
No, please. Put me in like a bigger mirror.
Let's see. Is there anything else here? This kind of might be it. So, I mean, they hear strange noises, ghostly apparitions. I mean, people see the Chloe wearing her turban, which is, I mean, again, so sad. Like, in the afterworld, she can't have her freaking ears back. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, again, that picture of the insurance policy. Let me find that and see if I can show it to you. I had pulled it up. It should be here. Right here. Okay, here it is. So nobody else is going to be able to see this, but we can post it on our Instagram. So, like, here's the house. You know, pretty normal. And then right here, they claim that that's Chloe.
Oh.
I mean, and it does look like a...
Yeah, there's definitely some sort of...
Looks like an arm and a head and a body and a dress.
I would just think it was like a statue or something.
Yeah.
Like if I,
it looks like a statue.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's definitely...
And then as I was Googling it, as I Googled ghost at Myrtle Plantation, it came up... Oh, crap, where is it? These, like, women who had taken a selfie there. So here they are. They're like, hey, we just went on a ghost hunt. It's so cool. And, you know, it's all these, like, chicks. And then... They saw, hold on, go back. And then in their selfie, hold on, that's the wrong one. Crap. Is this.
Oh.
A face. I mean, that has a
like
nose.
Looking in a window?
Yeah, that's looking out of a window.
Oh.
Doesn't that look like a nose, a mouth, and eyes?
Yeah, that's a face.
Yeah, we'll post all of these. And it's just these, like, nice chicks, like, taking a selfie. And then she's just right there in that corner.
Yikes.
So it's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Creepy stuff.
Good story. Now I'm dying. I cannot remember where I saw that.
I wonder what movie that is.
I don't know if it was a movie or a docu-series reenactment type thing, but good job.
Thank you. I'm trying to just see. There's nothing else here. Okay, so that's the story of the Myrtle Plantation, everyone. Thank you. We have a Linktree link on our Instagram now, on our bio, which is where you click and you can have like a bunch of links. Do you know what I'm talking about? We have one!
Where everyone's always like, link in bio.
Yeah. Well, but then, you can only put one link in your bio, which is stupid. So we have a Linktree, which you click it, and then it's like a bunch of links. Anyway, it's nerdy, but a lot of celebrities have it, and now we have it.
Well, then we're celebrities.
I know. We have the free version, not the, like, branded version.
About a year from now, I'll get on there and realize how to click it. I'm so sorry, Sam. I feel so
my
bad.
God. It's fine. So, follow us on Instagram, on the Hunt, our Facebook, subscribe, all that stuff.
Yeah.
We got merch out, our Hello Fish merch.
Recommend us to people that you think might
please.
be into it.
Email us on thehunt@gmail.com.
Yeah, you guys got a topic you want to hear about? Mm-hmm. You want us to butcher it for you?
Anna, I'm working on yours. I have my friend Anna. She listens, and she's like, I want an episode named after me. I'm like, done. Give me a topic. Hey, we'll name an episode after you if you give us a topic.
That's right.
Although we didn't name Sam. Well, I think she did recommend that. Crap.
Well, she's like, for the love of God,
I know.
Talk about
Sorry.
me enough. Do not name something after me. I'm good.
Sorry, that's really terrible. Okay. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
We love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.